Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, I'm Tracy and welcome to Hearts of Tracygada, a place for lifestyle, beauty and entrepreneurship content. And lucky for you, if you're here for the entrepreneurship part of it, today that's what we are going to be doing, and we are going to be continuing with our Alibaba series, and today this is part 4, I think, and we are going to be talking about shipping, how to ship your items from China to your destination, to your country, your various countries. And I previously did a video, a very detailed video, and I'll leave it up here or up here, so make sure you tap on it after this one and watch it so that you can get more information. And actually in that video, in the description, I put companies, shipping companies, so if that's something that you're interested in, then please go ahead and tap on that, then you'll be able to access so many companies. So today's video is not going to be long, actually it's going to be very short, because this is something I've been talking about for a very long time. So I'm going to just be talking about those small things, you know, the very small details that I missed out and have been arising slowly by slowly. And so many people have been asking me, oh Tracy, if I have such an issue, how do I handle it? If I have to do this, how do I do it? So that's what we are going to be covering mostly, but I hope I'm not rapping too much. Let me breathe in and breathe out. Anyways, when you're shipping things, when you're importing things into your country, you can use two types of shipping. One is air and the other is sea. And with air, you can either use companies like DHL, or you can use airlines, like you go to Rwanda Airlines offices and you tell them you would like them to ship for your items. They actually do that. So you would put your items onto a cargo plane and then they take them to your country. And then for the carrier, the air carrier, that's the one where you deal with companies like DHL, FedEx, and they do door-to-door. That's the meaning of door-to-door. Door-to-door means shipping your item from, let's say, the warehouse in China to your door at home, or to like a place at home where you do not have to pay taxes, or anywhere. They just tell you that, oh, hello Tracy, Miss Tracy, come and pick your items at this building, and then you just go and pick them, and that's it. Normally that kind of shipping is a little bit expensive, but then it saves you, because there are some documents that you're supposed to have as a taxpayer, and so many people do not have those. And in my country we call it a TIN number. So I always advise business people in my country and from other countries, please find out what that number is called in your country. In mine, it's called a TIN number, TIN number, and this is a number that identifies you as a taxpayer. So if you pay for taxes, they are going to include them on that number, and they will reflect, and I think you get even discounts for shipping in so many items and stuff like that. So if you're from Uganda, I'm from Uganda, kindly go and get a TIN number for yourself. I don't know if I still have the contact for the person that helped me get a TIN number. If I do, I will be leaving it down in the description box. If I don't, I will probably search on Google, and I will still copy the link and paste it in the description box. So if you're from another country, kindly find out what that number is. So basically you take that number. Let's say you use Rwanda Airlines or Ethiopian or Qatar or Emirates cargo flight. Why am I stammering? Cargo flight. Then you would go to the airport in your country. They would give you a tracking number, and you keep on tracking it, and then you would see where the flight has reached at that particular moment. So you just go to your airport, your home airport, or the destination's airport, and then you show them your TIN number, and then they'll process everything for you on spot, and you'll get your items, though you have to pay a small amount for taxes, and then that will reflect on your TIN number. So you have to make sure that you pay taxes, because so many people that don't pay taxes sometimes end up having trouble with the government. So if you don't want that kind of thing, then please pay your taxes, hence get your TIN number. So basically that's it with air. Air takes these kinds of companies like DHL, FedEx. Those are express companies, and then those express companies would take like 2 to 3 days for the items to arrive to your country. But then the cargo flights would take a little bit longer, but it doesn't go up to a month. It's usually 7 days to 14 days, and 14 days is like the maximum. That's when maybe something has gone wrong and stuff like that. It never really happens. It happened to me once when I was shipping a client. Oh, I was going to mention the client, but I can't because of confidentiality. But then, yeah, I was shipping for a very important person actually, but then the items got caught at the airport, and that was the very first time I encountered such a problem. Never worry, your items are always safe, and you can always call the airlines, ask them, hey, where are my items, and they'll be ready to help. I was using Rwanda Airlines, and they're actually very good. The other airline that's very good is Kenya. I've just started using it of recent, but they are really good. So basically that's it. Most people have been asking me about the duration, costs, and really the difference between DHL and the other companies. So basically the companies like DHL are express companies, like I mentioned before, and they charge more, a little bit more, maybe times 2 of what a cargo flight would charge you for, but then you don't have to pay taxes. But then sometimes the taxes are very less, and then you end up paying more. So guys, I actually want to say this before I even continue saying any more, you know, any more things to jumble your brains up. Guys, shipping is very important, and I should have started saying this, so I think I should resume the video. Hi guys, shipping is very important because shipping can break or make your business, and this is true. You guys have to be extremely careful with the agents that you use, because I know very many dishonest people that will misplace your things and act like, you know, it's okay, they don't care. And I've worked with certain companies that when they misplace your things, they actually try to even compensate you for that money. So you have to be careful, because shipping determines how much you're going to charge people, because you have to add the amount of money that you bought the item plus the shipping, then your profits, your labor, and then, you know, you come up with a final price. So if they charge you expensively for shipping, then it's going to be very difficult. You know, you're going to have a difficult time selling your items, and you don't want to have stock just lagging around, especially for small business owners, because the money that we have, we use it, the money that we make, we use it to reinvest over and over again. That's how we happen to make, you know, some little money, by reusing the money over and over again, reinvesting it. So if somebody messes up with you and, you know, they overcharge you for shipping, and you have to overcharge your clients, hence having so much stock seated there and you're not really selling, and then you start feeling frustrated. So guys, please be very careful. I don't even know whether what I'm saying makes sense, but this is really, really important. Like, shipping is very important, so you guys have to be so careful. Because even with the companies that I recommend, I first make sure that I've used these people. I don't just recommend companies to you guys. Even if, you know, I know somebody and they started a shipping company, I do not want to recommend that kind of person, because guys, I have had it with shipping. And the other thing that I want to tell you guys is, you know, mistakes are bound to happen. So don't worry, you know, you fall 2-3 times and then you learn how to walk. So it's okay for you to make certain mistakes, like at the beginning, but then make sure you're learning, and make sure you're not making very big mistakes to discourage you and make you feel like you can do it and you just want to give up, you know. So as still saying, shipping is important, because you already know the amount of money you're using to buy the item, but the missing gap is the shipping. So you have to make sure that you get a very favorable shipping agent for you. And in the previous video that I will leave up here, you can just tap on the card and it will take you to the video that I did the other time. In the description of that video, I put Chinese people, very honest people. I've been using them for years, 3 years. We are coming to 3 years, and I've been shipping with those people. So those are the kinds of people that I recommended. I've been in contact with other shipping agents, but unfortunately I don't think I will be recommending those people, because one of them hasn't even delivered, you know, my items. So yeah, and I want to be very honest on the channel. On here, I want to make sure that I give you guys authentic information. Anyways, that aside, I hope you guys understood the shipping process for air. So basically, after you pay the supplier, you want to get a shipping agent, and then that shipping agent will give you an address. So you give the supplier that address and tell them to ship your items to, you know, the agent. And when the agent receives the item, they're going to get your items, sorry, the items or item, they're going to get those things and then send them to you, to your country. And you either have used the you know, the cargo flights or the express companies. Normally these days there are so many upcoming express companies. Don't quote me for only mentioning DHL and FedEx and apps. I'm just using their names because they are very popular. But then there are so many other companies like the one I'm using that I will leave down below. Those ones that I'm using at the moment, I will still put them in this description, or you can still go to the other description and then see the companies, talk to the people. They all use WhatsApp, WeChat. Most people don't have WeChat, but you can access those ladies and gentlemen on WhatsApp. You guys, I feel like I'm rapping, but I hope this makes sense. So basically, pay, send to the supplier sends to you. So let me first cover C, then I'll tell you about some small concerns that other people have, that you might incur, and through that you might know how to handle this situation. So for C usually takes 2 to 3 months. But guys, if you're shipping, if you're just a small business owner and you're shipping, let's say eyelashes, I'm not going to recommend you to use C. You know why? Your items might be this small, like my pillow, you know, like this small. So such a small package is likely to get lost. Such a small package is likely to get lost while shipping it with C, because people that ship with C usually have very big items, and the measurements are even counted in CBMs, not kgs, not grams, but CBMs. So if you have such a tiny package, it's most likely going to get lost first and foremost. And then the other thing is, you might take a very long time without getting your parcel, because the owner of the container, you know, with C they use containers, so the owner of the container is responsible for paying taxes and then the shipping costs and all that. And usually the taxes are a lot for a full container, guys, a lot. And in my country, I won't say anything about that organization, but they really ask for a lot of money. So you're going to find that the owner of the company, the owner of the container, doesn't have money to pay for the container at that particular time, and then you're going to have to wait. Like, you can even wait up to 5 months and the person hasn't paid off their container and you haven't gotten your things, and your items already arrived, but URA cannot release them, or any organization that handles shipping in your country and taxes cannot release the items because that one person has not paid for the taxes. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I encourage small business owners to use air, because with air your things are going to arrive within 3 to 7 days. You're going to try to make small sales and then ship again. So if you have small items, even if you're not a beginner and you've been doing, let's say, makeup for a long time, but then your items are really small, I do not recommend that you use C, because this small package might even get lost. And do you know how hurt you'll be? You've already paid for shipping, and probably they've also charged you for taxes already, and then they tell you they cannot find it. And some companies don't even have a compensation policy. So once your items are lost, they are lost for good, and the only thing you get is a sorry. And we don't want to be sorry in our businesses. We just don't want that. So guys, be careful with the shipping method that you choose. And if you still want more details, because I know with this video I've not been very detailed, you can please go and watch that video, guys. That video, I think I outdid myself. Those were some of my, you know, the very first videos that I did, and they are not really perfect. The audio is not perfect, maybe the lighting is not even perfect, but I wanted, like, to, you know, to give you guys everything. So I used to, you know, so when you have some time, you can go and watch those videos. Even my Alibaba videos, I made some before this series, and they had some important information. So if you want to watch those, you can still watch them. I think I'll put them right here. Also, I'll put the playlist here so you guys can see all that. But anyways, that's it, guys. So C, air. C takes 2 to 3 months. Air takes 3 to 7 days, or 2 weeks. Okay, let's just say bad case scenario, 2 weeks. Air is more expensive, sea is cheaper, but then you have to pay for taxes. Air has 2 branches, express and air cargo. For air cargo, you pay for your taxes. Express, they will pay for the taxes, but then it's a little bit more expensive. So I hope you guys get, you know, the picture. You guys can have an insight, you know, about shipping. So yeah, people asked me how much it costs. Right now, the companies, because of the coronavirus, there are no passenger flights moving right now, because previously you would get someone leaving Guangzhou, let's say, and then, you know, the company pays them like, let's say, $200, and then they charge you like $300. They make $100 for themselves, pay this person, give this person, you know, your cargo, and the person will bring it. That was it. But these days they have to use cargo flights, so it's a little bit expensive. I think those days they used to charge around $7.5, $6.5 to $8 only. Literally all companies, that was their price, and I think that was even door to door with the taxes covered. But right now there are some companies that are charging 7.5, 8. I haven't really used them. The lady that I use charges 10.5 to 11. It depends on the kgs. Guys, I have so many tips that I'm going to tell you after this. Let me even write it down here so I do not forget to tell you guys about this. And it's called sharing kgs. Haha. Yeah, let's leave it here. I'll be telling you guys about it. So basically that's it. 10.5, 8, okay, let's say 9 to be on a safe side, $9 to $12. That's what they're charging per kg. So this thing, if it weighs 1 kg, then you only pay $9 if the company charges $9. If it charges $10, then you pay $10. So convert $10 to your own home currency if you don't use dollars, and then you will know how much you have to pay. So basically that's it. And then for C is really cheap, you know, because a few days ago I shipped a nano machine, like it's really heavy, and all those 5 kgs with the agent's tip, you know. So C is really cheap. It's really cheap. So I think for that nano machine, I think it should have been like $5, but then the agent had to put his tip, which is fine. We all have to make a living. So yeah, so you guys have to, you know, what am I saying? So for C, usually they charge around $5 per kg, but depending on what you are carrying. So you guys have to also know that. But remember, you have to pay for your taxes. And I talked about a T number. T number is very important if you're going to pay for taxes, if you are a taxpayer. Yeah, I think basically that's it, guys. I've told you about the costs, the duration, and how to do it. So how do you get an agent? Some people don't know how to get agents that ship to their own countries, and what you can do is talk to the supplier. Those suppliers on Alibaba have agents, shipping agents. Some of them even are suppliers and agents too. Some of them ship out. Like I told you guys in the previous video, if you want to know a real factory and a middleman, real factories, they always know how to ship, and they will even give you that option. Hi, by the way, how are you going to ship your goods to Uganda? We can help you ship your goods to Uganda. They will give you that option. They always ask. So if they don't ask, if they don't initiate the conversation, then you should initiate the conversation, and all you have to give them is your address, your home address, your hometown address, your country's address. Let's say Uganda, Kampala, Entebbe. Why am I saying Entebbe? Entebbe. Uganda, Kampala, Entebbe, PO box, blah blah blah. Sometimes they don't really even need the PO box. They just need your number, your names, and then they'll call you when the items arrive. So basically that's it, guys. Yeah, I've talked about those, are very important details. So the other thing, yeah, the other tip that I wanted to talk to you about, questions that I got, and I think I should address them, is so many people ask me, so Tracy, if I'm buying from different suppliers, how can I have to make sure I'm still, guys, hold on. Oh yeah. I had to make sure I was, you know, being recorded. So Tracy, if I'm buying from different suppliers, how can I collect my items together and then, being Rita Ora is not easy. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, they were asking me, so if I'm buying from different suppliers, how can I collect my items together and then ship them all at once? And that might not be very possible. Why is that? If you do not stay in China, then you need somebody that stays in China. I've been helping some people, but please, I cannot help everybody, because guys, it's just like, you know, so many pesos. So I've been looking for somebody that can charge, you know, that you can pay to, and then they can receive all your items, pack them for you, and then ship them for you. If you guys are interested in such a thing, you can let me know, then I will sketch around for somebody, or even myself. Yeah, but maybe not myself, because not myself, somebody else. And then you guys can just like talk to them, they can receive your packages, pack them for you. I can get like a student, so that will be good, because you guys will also be supporting somebody, so they get to earn some little money, and you also get to receive your goods packed together. And you know, but I need to find somebody that's honest, somebody that I trust, because like I said, I don't want to bring for you guys anybody that I find and drop them here. So if you guys are interested into that, if you guys are interested in such, I think you guys can let me know, because let's say you're buying shoes, necklaces, dresses, lashes, hair, perfumes, then you are not going to be able to collect all those things from one supplier. That means one might be in Guangzhou, another might be in Yiwu, another might be in Beijing, another might be in Suzhou, Jiangsu. So, and China is so big, so all those suppliers, unless you can get one supplier, talk to them, then they receive all your packages, pack them for you. If you've gotten like a supplier that's going to ship for you, they can be the ones to receive all your goods, then you know. And like I told you guys, Chinese are very honest people, and you guys should try to build a relationship with them. The other thing that hopped into my mind right now is, guys, you have to be careful with liquids and batteries. Make sure you don't buy anything with liquids and batteries at this time, because if you guys saw the news, there's a flight in Shanghai, the Ethiopian airline flight, cargo flight, caught fire. So right now they are very strict on phones, things like phones, laptops, things like that have batteries built in them, because they said that the cause of the fire was a phone or a computer, something like that. So you have to be careful. And then the other thing that they do not usually ship by air, right now I'm talking about air, guys, not sea, is things that have liquids. So let's say facial masks, most times they're not shipped unless you get like a company like DHL, but then they might overcharge you for that. So guys, try to be really careful. I usually advise people that talk to a shipping agent before you actually purchase the items, because you don't want to go through that whole struggle of sending back the items, trying to get a refund, the refund being sent back to your country, losing some money. Let's say you bought the things $10, by the time the money comes back it's $3. You understand? That wouldn't really make any sense. So I would advise you guys to try to check with shipping agents. And if you need my assistance in any way, do not forget, you can always text me on my Instagram. Please follow me if you don't, at tracy_ganda. And yeah, I can be of some kind of help. I always try to respond to all the messages that I receive, especially those that are about my YouTube channel. And guys, at this moment, before I continue, I would like to thank you guys so much. Thank you for the 500 subscribers. We just hit like the half of the 1,000 subscribers, guys. I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled. You guys cannot really see it in my face, but I'm really humbled. I had like quite a day, that's why I'm not, you know, but guys, I'm really humbled. Like, when I first began YouTube, I was like scared. I was like, hey, who's going to see my videos? Like, I'm not the most entertaining person, and I feel like I talk too much sometimes. So I was like, who is going to, you know, watch this? But I'm really proud. I've built a family of 500 subscribers. Thank you. May God bless you. Anyways, I will be doing something on Sunday to thank you guys. So, yeah, so I was saying, if you buy from different suppliers, how can you collect your things? If you have a friend in China, you can use that friend. They can receive for you your goods, pack them for you. If you don't, and you guys need my help, you can still text me. but I might not be in position to help everybody, but I'll try to do my best. I promise I will. And then if you guys need me to get somebody for that kind of job, just that kind of job, you can still let me know. Then I'll look for somebody really honest. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is cages. So sharing cages. So guys, you have to be very clever in business. This is a tip. You have to be very clever, and you have to know how to, you know, dodge some things. So if you have, let's say, 5 cages right now at this moment, and you want to ship them, chances are they're going to charge you $17 or $15 or $14 per kg. But then if you join your cages with a friend or other people, then it will reduce to maybe 8.5 or 9 or 10.5, which is more than, you know, 15 or 17 or 20. So you guys have to be very clever. And if you have friends that are also doing this kind of business, you guys can just collect your items together, ship them together, because usually these shipping companies that I mentioned in the other video, you pay your shipping once the goods arrive your hometown. So that's easier. You guys can just meet up in town or where you're picking up the items, measure your kgs, and then pay. Each person pays for their kgs. So guys, please try to take note of this. Like, usually I'm sharing cages with other people, but if you're shipping to Uganda and you need to share cages with us, you can let us know. We are going to ship again in a week's time. So if you want to join the group, why am I doing this today? I think it's because of this hair. I'm feeling special because of this hair. I feel, you know. Anyways guys, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. If you want to join cages with us, let's say you have 2 cages and you want to join your 2 cages with our maybe 50 cages, you can talk to me. I'm willing to help you guys. And then all you have to pay is, let's say, maybe $18, which is less than paying $30-something, you know, because we have to make sure that small business owners, you have to be very clever with everything that you do, because you have to make sure that you're making, you know, some profits to sustain your business, and maybe even your guys, using your phone to record is not easy. Maybe even your employees. So you have to, you know, try to be very clever and dodge around some kind of like taxes and extra payment for shipping and stuff like that. Anyways guys, and now this is my best part. It's time for me to say goodbye. If you've come this far, thank you so much for watching, and please, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Let's hit 600 in the next week. I love you guys so much. May God bless you. Take care of yourselves, and I hope you're doing well. If you're not fine, you can let me know in the comment section. Let me know how I can help. I'm always willing to help when I can. And yeah, I think I've given you a lot of tips. Make sure you listen to all these things, and if you're in a position of not listening, you rather come back and watch the video later when you are, you know, at a good time, a good place to just listen to everything. Because I feel like I always say small bits, you know. I'm like those teachers that just tell you the pasasi. I don't know if you guys know sasi. Sasi is like the things that are going to come in the exam. So I'm like those teachers that just hit, by then they don't tell you they've hit the thing. So I always try to give you guys as many tips as I can. And yeah, we've come to the end of our video, guys. I love you so much. Do not forget to be good humans. If you see somebody struggling, try to lend a hand in any way that you can. Let's be good people so that we can go to heaven. I love you guys so much. I think this video has, you know, dragged on so much. I did not want it to go this far, but then I'm happy that I've told you a lot of important things. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Share this video with any business person that you know that might need this information. See you on Sunday. I think I should cheat for you guys. On Sunday, I plan to go to a resort with my bosses. So if you want to see the people that I work with, then you should tune in. We are going to have barbecue. We are going to be swimming pool party. Why am I telling you guys this? Then you won't want to come back. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Mwah. Take care of yourselves and have a good night.